Welcome back. This is round 7 of the Extreme Festival down here in East London. Still the crowd pouring in, and we've already been through a couple of races. It just shows you how popular Extreme Festival is becoming around the country. One of the biggest facets of motorsport at the moment. The Audi camp looking very happy. Lots of good racing for them. Time now to get racing though with the G&H Transport Extreme Supercars. And take a look at what's about to line up on the grid. We got a mixture of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Porsches, Dodge Vipers, you name it. It'll probably only be in the Le Mans 24-hour that you will see a mix of cars like this. And this is what has brought the crowds. Cars heading out onto the track. That Lamborghini of Charles Oranges will be the hotshot favorite. And he would have had some time to set that car up. The first time he drove it was at SWAT Corps. They literally had 2 days to set that car up, and he came away with an impressive second. Now down at coastal level, and a bit more time to get that car running, as we see the rest of the drivers all looking ready for this. Darren Winterberg, Des Blom also with the thumbs up. The cars get going. It will be a rolling start led out by the Audi pace car. And Charles Orangi is right at the front of the grid there. He'll be looking to just put that Lamborghini at about 220 kilometers an hour through turn 1.
I think if there's any bumper bashing going on here, I will cry, because I do not want to see these cars bumping and bashing each other. But I'm sure the racing action is going to be extreme at Extreme Festival. On board here with Craig Jarvis in that beautiful Dodge Viper heading into Potters Pass. Now you really have to be brave to take one of these cars fast, flat out through Potters Pass.
Well, number 13, unlucky for some, but looks like lucky for Charles Oranges with the whole shot as he goes through Potters, and they'll go through Rifle down into Kokobani. This is where the guy's going to get scared, because they are doing high speeds and heavy under brakes there. Hopefully everyone keeps it all together. On board again with Craig Jarvis in that Viper. That's the ex-Charles Oranges machine, and he's got Jonathan Dutoy right behind him on the 34, and a great start from Jonathan.
Onto the back straight, and this is where these cars really do open up down the back straight, heading into the infield section for the first time. And Johan Engelbrecht is the man in the Porsche. He's up into second place at the moment, but he's got Andre Colbert, Sun Moodley and Nicky Dix just behind him with Davy Olivier as we go into the infield section. And must be such hard work wrestling these big cars through this tight infield section.
Well, there we can see just how hard it is. A great shot there, looking at how much work Christo Lotter's front right wheel is doing, as bits of rubber are already flying off, and they're not going to have too much tire left at the end of this. There's big horsepower. Look at that. Wow, Charles Oranges has to tiptoe through there because it's all over the place. There's definitely no electronics holding that car all together.
Oh, what an awesome shot. If you were one of the crowd, one of the many crowds sitting at that final turn, you would have been treated to a Lamborghini getting nothing but sideways. And look at this. That is Johan Engelbrecht now challenging Charles Oranges at the front, and he's spun. Oh, going into Potters Pass, he has spun. Oh, that's great driving to keep that up on 4 wheels. And oh, look at that smoke pouring out of that Porsche. Now that is extreme at the Extreme Festival.
Well, you're getting all the action. Like I said, that's why the crowd are pouring in. That's Sun Woodley in number 11. Great to see him back in racing. That Porsche is very, very quick and having a great dust there. We see Nicky Dix in the Ferrari also trying to get in the action. This is a replay of what happened to Jan Engelbrecht. He got a little love tap there from a Lamborghini and held it all together. Big flames out the back. That was the most spectacular part of it all.
Oh, well, how awesome was that? Charles Oranges just gave him a little tap in the Lamborghini, and it just sent old Johan Engelbrecht spinning around there into Potters Pass. So that couldn't have been pleasant for Johan Engelbrecht, seeing his Porsche being spun around. This is the great dust with Nicky Dix, Davy Olivier and Desmond Bloom just behind them as we come onto the front straight here now to the checkered flag. It is that man Charles Oranges going to pick up the win just ahead of Craig Jarvis, with Jonathan Dutoy in third, and Johan Engelbrecht managed to get his car together and finish a valiant 4th place.
Class B was won by Andrew Colbert, ahead of Sun Munley and Nicky Dix.
Looking further down the field here, and Class D was won out by Desmond Bloom. Class E was Johan Hutting in his Porsche, and Class C was Barry Nell also in his Porsche.
Yeah, well, it's the first win for the Lambo in South Africa. It was really a fantastic result for the whole team, to be quite honest. We got lucky to be going into turn 1. Johan's power, I mean, that GT2 is just ridiculous. He came around me, and he started spinning. We tagged each other. Luckily, we both escaped unharmed. So yeah, the second race should be very interesting.
Very interesting it will be. Of course, this is the G&H Transport Extreme Supercars Race 2. as the guys get ready. Thumbs up from the drivers, and they're going to be loving this East London circuit. This is where you can really put these supercars through their paces.
Yeah, you can really open up the massive amounts of horsepower available in these cars. Johan Engelbrecht is out front in this Porsche. Remember, we saw him spin in race number 1, but he got back up into 5th place. But it's that man, Charles Arangis, that he's got to try and top in his Lamborghini.
So Charles Arangis into 2nd place. He'll be looking to get another win. It was good to see Craig Jarvis in that Viper also getting a good start in 3rd place. So this should be a good dice up in the front. Johan Engelbrecht will be trying to make amends for that little spin that he had in front of Charles Arangis.
Going all kinds of defensive into Kochabana, trying to hold off the challenge of Charles Arangis and Craig Jarvis, with Jonathan du Toit just behind them. A great start from Davy Olivier. He's right up there in the mix for a top 4 spot on board here. Now that's him passing Nicky Dix in the Ferrari, so that's a great move going into the infield section.
Well, there was a BMW against Ferrari. It just shows you how quick that BMW is. They've obviously done heaps of work to it, and it's performing well here at the coast.
Track's great. It's an awesome track. The guys here put on a good show today. Congrats to them. First time here. It's quite a fast circuit, and took a bit of getting used to.
All the way from Zimbabwe there, Darren Winterboer. So great to have him here in East London. Oh, all kinds of stuff. Look at Charles Arangis fighting that Lamborghini of his as he goes past Johan Engelbrecht, our leader, down the front straight. So Johan Engelbrecht has already been demoted into 2nd on the brakes now, going into Motorsport. He does not want a repeat of race 1 where he just got clipped and spun there in Motorsport. And that man, Craig Jarvis, is right on their tail.
Look at the 34 as well. Jonathan du Toit trying to get closer to them and join that action. Well, he can do that. Ferrari looks like it's performing well. He already had a good podium in Heat 1. He's up with the mix. Look at that. Wow, he has put in a great lap to get with him.
So much money on display here, and the guys are not holding back. They are literally giving it their all. That's Davy Olivier. He's still got Nicky Dix right in contention there. That's for 4th and 5th place. Oh, and listen to this. Johan Engelbrecht has got trouble with that Porsche of his. The gearbox sounds like it is not selecting gears properly. So, more disaster for the Porsche man, Johan Engelbrecht, as Charles Arangis has a comfortable lead now ahead of the promoted Craig Jarvis up into 2nd, with Jonathan du Toit surely going to get past the struggling Johan Engelbrecht.
Well, it was terrible to hear that car trying to find gears. It just sounded like a bunch of pieces in the gearbox there, but he's obviously found one gear on board with Davy Olivier in that fantastic BMW. It's so smooth. As we're making our way towards the checker flag, he'll try and hold it all together for one of his best performances of the year.
Great drive here from Craig Jarvis. He really stuck it to Charles Arangis in this race. He did not let the man out front get too much of a lead, and he's really stuck it there in that beautifully prepared Dodge Viper of his. But it's that man, Charles Arangis, again in the Lamborghini, that picks up race number 2 win, as he did in race number 1, just ahead of Craig Jarvis. Jonathan du Toit, a great 3rd place. Davy Olivier heads up the B class.
Well, we're going to take a look further down the field and see how it went. Darren Winterboer winning Class D. Class E was won by Johan Hutton.
Let's catch up then with 2nd place man Craig Jarvis in his beautiful new Dodge Viper.
Started out not too bad, and then Johan fell out for some reason, not sure what happened there, but started to gain on the Lambo. I think that during the course of the day we've been doing some tweaks on the Dodge, and it's getting faster each race, so hopefully race 3 we can do it.
Well, I'm pretty sure he can. He looked very impressive, especially in the late stages of race 2. He's going to have to find a way past Charles Arangis, though that Lamborghini is very, very quick. On board with Sun Mudley. And we know this Porsche is good. The Bigfoot Express Porsche. And, well, it hasn't got the best of starts. Look at that. It's dropped a few places going down into turn 1.
And look at that. Craig Jarvis has managed to get ahead of Charles Arangis into turn 1 Potter's Pass. So that's really good for us in the race here, because we do not want to see Charles Arangis get away out front again. But Craig Jarvis, he said he's been tweaking that Dodge Viper a bit, and it looks like he's got the tweak absolutely right, because he's out front at the moment.
The 511, once again, Davy Olivier with a great start. That BMW is showing a few Ferraris the way around the circuit. There is his son Mudley behind the 2 Ferraris. You've got Jonathan du Toit just in front of him. And, we got a problem there. The 49, that's Barry Null, and circulating very, very slowly with the pace car.
I see Johan Engelbrecht has made it out, so he's obviously fixed the repairs to that car. That problems with the gearbox in race number 2, so he's made it out here, but he's struggling a little bit further down the field. And as we look coming up the hill, that was Davy Olivier and Nicky Dix getting past, and look at that. Charles Arangis has got past Craig Jarvis, and it's out front now. And as I say, commentators curse, Johan Engelbrecht looks like he's pulling out with more gearbox problems in that Porsche.
Under big pressure, the 511 there of Davy Olivier is here. Jonathan du Toit And Nicky Dix putting him under pressure. So Charles Orange's up in the front and looking very comfortable. Here we go. Here's that battle, though, between the BMW and the two Ferraris. Jonathan Dutoy has had a fantastic day so far. If he can make that pass, he'll make it even better.
This is the dice for third place, so really a lot at stake here for Dutoy, who's holding on to it at the moment. And there we have a problem for car number 205. That's Desmond Bloom. We saw him pick up the Class D honours. And look at this. Jonathan Dutoy makes the pass into Kochabana, up into third place, and he gets it on the dirt and sideways. Let's go catch up with Sun Moodley in the pits.
It's quite a fast track. Today, the wind's been affecting us. We've been getting good speeds, about close to 250 on 3-4 quarters. It's a challenging track, and I love it, yeah.
Well, that was Sun Moodley before the race, but he's putting on a good performance after the mediocre start. Look how close this is. Nicky Dix all over the back end of Davy Olafia in the BMW. Here we take a look at Darren Winterboer, the man from Zimbabwe, also putting on a great drive. Craig Jarvis in second place, still trying to chase down on our leader.
Doesn't look like he has an answer for Charles Orange's out front. He's trying to catch up some time on the brakes, but as soon as they get into this front straight, he really has to get the drive onto the back, and doesn't look like he's got the drive. But Jonathan Dutoy, since he's made that pass on Davy Olafia and Nicky Dix, he's pulled the gap and is in a comfortable third place now. As we come into the infield section for the final time, Charles Oranges looks like he's going to do the hat-trick of wins and pick up the third win for the day, with Craig Jarvis, a great drive first time out in that new Dodge Viper, to pick up another second place.
Well, we had to put a camera on the back of this car. How is that for a noise? You come just to listen to that Lamborghini go around the circuit at full RPM. Checker flag is waiting up for Charles Oranges, and he wants to make it a clean sweep. And the Stradale Motorsport Lamborghini, missing his arch rival though, Jackie Schechter. I'm pretty sure they'll be together in the next round.
Charles Oranges then picks up the win ahead of Craig Jarvis. Jonathan Dutoy and Davy Olafia picks up the B-Class honours ahead of Nicky Dix.
Well, the Incredible Hulk, Des Bloom, had some problems in this race. Let's find out what happened.
We had since qualifying, well actually from Friday we had a bad start of the weekend. But yeah, we managed to come back this morning, had a good first race, good second race. We started getting problems in the second race. We think the fuel pump is busy packing up, and then in the last race it did pack up. So yeah, it just cost us the last race. But otherwise it was a good weekend.